The power of money. Money has so much power such that money can break any relationship. Money can build any relationship. That's why the Bible says in the book of First Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not actually a problem, but it has power. The power it has is that it can control anybody. If you don't have self-control, the day God bless you with money, you can decide not to marry again. You can decide to see your partner as a problem. Money has power, and that is why you need to be contented. You need to have the spirit of controlling the money, which is why the Bible says in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 5, it says, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have. You need to be contented. Whether you have it, whether you don't have it, you need to live a life that is free from the love of too much money. Now you see people saying, do not marry a poor man, don't marry somebody that doesn't have money, because when they have money they will change. That's because money has so much power to change anybody. There's no human being on earth that cannot change. But for somebody to come out and say, don't marry a poor person because when they make money they will change, that is not true. Anybody in this life is capable of change. Always remember this, that change is the only constant thing on earth. Anybody can change. It is not because they were poor before. Money has the power to change any human being, except they decide not to change. Now, if you say, don't marry the poor because when they have money, they are going to change, who created the poor? Is it not God? Are you going to, because of one person, and condemn the rest of the people? It is not everybody that will have money and allow money to control them. God created the rich and the poor. Besides, nobody came to this world with wealth. You met it here on earth. Either your parents labored and kept it for you. You came to this world naked. So do not judge anybody. Do not condemn anybody saying because when they have money, they are going to change. Just know that money has the ability to change anybody, because money itself is power. If you now say, let all the rich people decide not to marry poor, let them marry the rich, what happens to the poor? When you say women should not marry men that are poor because when they have money, they are going to reject them, they are going to abandon them, what happens to all the women that came from a poor family if the rich man also decides not to marry them? Money is the problem. You should just learn the habit of controlling yourself. Don't allow money to control you. Now in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10 says, whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied. One thing about money you should know is that money will never allow you to be satisfied. The more you have it, the more you crave for more. The more you have it, the more you want to have more. But I just pray that God will never allow this money to destroy your life, because the love of money has pushed so many of us into so many dangers, into drugs, into doing what we ought not to do. There are so many people that lost their life very early. So many people did not live to enjoy life due to the love of money. And I just want to pray for you today that God will give you the grace and the ability to live perfectly, to be contented with what he has given to you, and not to allow the love of money control your life, in Jesus' name.